Going on, everybody? We're gonna be checking out Emery's new album. This one's called Therapy. Already wildly intrigued by just the title of this album. I've heard a lot of really good things about Emery. I have seen her perform. I've seen her sing one time, a live performance. It was like a custom request. So like I have an idea of what to expect, but at the same time, it was just the one, and I've never listened to like an actual official audio track of anything she's recorded. So it took every bit of my restraint and patience to not listen to this hour song featuring Niall Horan. If anyone who's familiar with this channel or just like my musical interest, you know how hard I ride for Niall Horan. So yeah, that was hard, but I knew that this was coming out, and I really just wanted to check out an Anne-Marie project because I've had a lot of Anne-Marie requests over the course of the channel's history. And it worked out too because she's got a little mix collab that she had also announced somewhat recently. So it just all became kind of a perfect situation. But yeah, let's just dive in. The uncut version of this album reaction is on my Patreon, links in the description if you want to see that. It's like twice as long. The album's actually pretty short, like a 33-minute runtime, but there's 12 songs. They all just are pretty short songs, and that's fine. Let's just see what we get. Like I said, I don't know what to expect, but I'm loving those two collabs, so that already has me super excited. Let's do it. All right, this first track is called X2. Oh my goodness. Oh, you can't start off like that. Wow. Oh, not only like even before the run, it was so smooth, and there was nothing but there's a little bit of reverb, but like aside from that, nothing but just this wildly smooth, clear vocal. What a way to start. Come on. All right, Therapy. Like that was therapy to an extent.
Have you ever seen a bitch, and a bitch lose it? Ever seen a chick ever flip a switch and it goes stupid? Baby, I'm about to be his an exclusive. Cause everything you did to me, I'ma do to you times two. Ever seen a bitch go stupid? Ever seen a bitch go Remember how you boom and do it? I'ma do it worse like Now you call me all like baby blue. Ever seen a bitch, and a bitch lose it?
First of all, this melody, this you know, I'm not going to repeat the line, but like it's such a good it's so clever, number one. Also, I don't want to harp on the album title, Therapy, but like when you think therapy, you're thinking like some form of recovery, some form of outlet, some form of seeking help in whatever way that works for you, obviously. So for her to like be talking about how she's gonna like get somebody back times two is almost like her version of therapy is gonna be like just that. It's getting people back for however she's been wrong, you know, going stupid on them. This sound, first of all, I guess I didn't expect this sound. This sound is gonna go so well with Little Mix. It's all I can think about actually while I'm listening to this song right here. I'm always impressed by artists that can use their vocals as instruments, because typically like some singers would choose or musicians would choose to have a guitar do those like little riffs right there, but she's like going into her falsetto using her voice to like add a different melody to the song there. And you know, when you can do it, you can do it, and she's got a nice tone up there. That's so clever. Like I wish I could have. There's so many situations where I wish I could have been there when these artists write these songs, and this is one of them where I wish I could have been there when she's coming up with that idea of doing the times two and turning that whole two into like this whole melodic riff for an entire like that took up like a whole minute of the song when you combine both times she did it. But it was so good, and it was just like her making those sounds off of the word two. Like that's that's incredible. I like that song. It's a really good way to start off this album. It's a really like nice dose of energy to just get you going into track two, which is Don't Play. KSI, I know he's like YouTuber turned like rapper. I just have never listened to him, but I'm aware of who he is. So this is featuring him and Digital Farm Animals.
Don't play, hey, yeah, yeah. Don't play games with my heart.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man.
When the hit is deep, don't play.
It's already a heart.
This is a no way, a two-way street. I'm playing side and it's on repeat. Call me here hoping you see my snap.
I like his flow is cool. He's got a like really nice tone too. So he sounded good on it. I just don't feel like he really said much. But like if this doesn't really matter when it comes to this song though, because this song is just gonna be a song that you bop to. So like it's fine.
Yeah, I think I've heard it all before. Yeah, I've heard it all before. If you don't give me your
nice
time, then I ain't giving you mine. If you're gonna lie, then I'ma say goodbye.
It's the next song, so I'm gonna say it one more time. Like I cannot wait for this Little Mix collab because like the music she's making so far is like it's the born to be collab. My goodness,
Don't play games with my heart.
I like the song a lot.
Now the feels hit me differently.
Okay, I really like that song. It's one of those songs that on an album that's gonna be this short. I mean, it's not that short song wise, but it's a song that it comes on, it's over, and then it's like, I don't know if we're gonna top this because that's just how good it made me feel. But then I say that as we go into a Little Mix feature, so I'm definitely speaking too soon. Also, I'm getting a theme like this: don't play games, and then like ×2, like I'll get you back, like ×2, like, and then kiss my like that's a pretty clear play on words of what they're going for there. So there's a lot of that bad bitch energy going on with these 3 songs already, which literally like ×2 she got into that. So let's keep going. Track 3, Kiss My, Amory, Little Mix. Oh, my first thought is that Lumi D song. Like you can't not think of that.
Already know how this goes. Give you my all, then you go. But when
They definitely sampled Lumi D. They had to have. There's no way they didn't, right?
already know how this goes. Give you my all, then you go. But when I'm gone, you do the most. Yeah. Why you only love me when I'm walking, feeling hitting different? I'm not ever
I can hear them.
Give you my all, then you go. But when I'm gone, you do the most. Yeah. Why you only love me when I'm
Oh my god. You know what this kind of it's interesting because this, I don't want to call this like a Little Mix sound because this is Anne Marie's album, this is her song. I'm sure she approached Little Mix for the collab and all that good stuff. But it's interesting because like there's Little Mix is doing so many different things. Like this is already kind of a pretty different thing from anything that was on Confetti. Heartbreak Anthem was obviously extremely different, and even like the Confetti remix, like everything that they've done since then has been so eclectic and like so different and experimentational, it feels like. And like if you're sampling this, Lumi D song is such like a different kind of song, and they're putting a whole different mix on it, no pun intended. And I just think that that's such an interesting direction that they've gone in it, and I love that. And not only do I love that, it like makes me so excited for the LM7. Like that's all I can think about when I listen to something like this right now.
But when I'm gone, you do the most, yeah. Why you only love me when I'm You can kiss my
Okay, so far I've heard Jade, Perry, and Leanne all said that. I felt like that was Leanne with a little run back there, and Perry right before that. And I feel like Jade had that verse. I'm not familiar enough with Amory's voice to really like discern differences, but obviously I'm incredibly familiar with Little Mix's voices. But I'm like sitting here trying to like, wait, no, that's not like, that's like, yeah, this is this person, right?
Tell me about it.
You know what? This is like Salute Little Mix era kind of. That's the kind of that's the vibes this is giving me with like the play on all these drums and just the sort of those gang vocal sort of harmonies, but like where they're kind of speaking it and then they like blend it into like a singing harmony. Like I'm getting Salute era Little Mix vibes from all this. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, come on. Are they not like they've really the only first of all, Little Mix is just everything, right? And the only like not positive thing I've ever said about them in the history of my life is that I feel like their collabs don't always hit. And I've said that before on the channel. I've always been very honest about that. Not all of them. Like I actually like the collabs on Glory Days for the most part, but otherwise I've never like been a huge fan of their collabs. But they've been hitting on them like recently when you talk about the Confetti remix and then the Heartbreak Anthem, Borderline collab, and then this one. Like they're man, I'm so here for the vision lately. Okay, let's move on to track 4, Somehow Someway, Who I Am.
If you don't like it, I don't give a damn. Got enough drama, I don't need fake friends. That's just who I am. Don't need anyone to understand.
So I'm so here for this energy on this album so far. It's so consistent with this theme. Like if you don't like me the way I am, then like I don't give a damn. You can go. That has been the theme in 4 straight tracks here. This music is very upbeat so far, which I'm so here for. I'm all about that. Like therapy. It's therapy in that way. Like it can either be therapeutic in like a really sad way, I guess, but we love therapeutic music when it just puts you in a good mood.
Love me or hate me, nothing's gonna change me.
Yeah.
That's just how they made me, yeah.
Oh, it's such a good choice.
'Cause you can love me or hate me, nothing's gonna change me.
First of all, I'm happy that I got her voice like this. It's the first time she's kind of lent herself to this kind of vocal without all the like production or upbeat like instrumentation since the beginning of X2 or times 2. And her voice is so nice. It's so nice. So I like getting those softer vocals from her. It also makes a lot of sense too when she's been kind of aggressively delivering her message to this song. Like, yeah, you can't change me. But then when she gets to this bridge, like there is some vulnerability to that. Like, you know, coming to the point in your life where you can feel that way, where you can finally feel that way, like, it doesn't come naturally for everybody. It's hard to get to that point. So when you do get to that point, there is a sense of vulnerability where you would deliver that line like softly, like shit, like as much as like I want to be like badass about delivering this, like hey, like it was hard to get to this point. So I'm glad that she did that in the bridge. You know what? Sorry, don't say sorry. You know what this is so far? This is just really good music. Like, there's no holes. There's no, like, the KSI, is it KSI or KS1? I think I. You know, I didn't care about what he had to say, really, but the flow still sounded good, and, like, it still sounded audibly, like, nice on the ears, along with just how, like, sick that song. It's my favorite song on the album. Well, no, let's not go there yet, because we had to Kiss My Uh-Oh, and then we still have our song, which is now, like, I feel like I'm gonna have some serious contenders for that. But like, there's no holes in these songs. They're just really good songs. Like, they're therapy. I'm gonna keep beating that theme up. All right, our song, Emery Now Horan. I don't know if I was more excited for this collab or the Little Mix collab, honestly, and that's a good position to be in. Oh, heartbreak weather me already.
I'm alright with me. Sunday mornings in my own bed sheets. I'll be waking up alone. I haven't thought of her for days.
My goodness, this man has not left his heartbreak weather phase, and I'm so here for it. I can't believe I waited this long to listen to this. No, I gotta just the whole thing.
I'll be honest, I'm alright with me.
It's got that mirrors off of Flickr beginning to it. The the that same kind of guitar riff he's opening this with, he kind of opened Mirrors off on as well.
For days, I'll be honest, it's better off this way. But every time I think that I can get you out my head, you never ever let me
Niall!
forget this way.
Niall!
But every time I think that I can get you out my head, you never ever let me forget. 'Cause just when I think you're gone, hear a song on the radio.
Oh my god, yeah. Man, who hasn't been there? This one hits you. This one hits you. And she's dropping her walls now on this one too. Like the energy has shifted officially for track 5. I love this one.
I'll be honest, I'm alright with me. So good, 'cause just when I think you're gone, hear a song on the radio.
I love that radio play. And I also love just saying, I'll be honest about the, because like you have to be honest about the situation. So to open up both verses like that is just super clever to me.
Just like that takes me back to the places we used to go.
The lyrics are super, not like kind of predictable. But that's not a bad thing for a song like this that actually means something. Like if lyrics are predictable and the song like just doesn't have any depth to it whatsoever, then it can be kind of like whatever. But it's predictable in the sense of like, oh, like it's predictable. I can see where these lyrics are going, but also like this song still like means like this is a meaningful thing. Like who hasn't been through this type of thing?
The radio.
Just like that takes me back to the places we used to go.
And I've been trying, but I just can't fight it. When I hear it, I just can't stop smiling.
Niall's this was so worth the wait. Number one, like this song, how long I waited to finally listen to it. Niall's collaborations with females: Maren Morris, Julia Michaels. Shit, there's another one that I can't think of right now. Ash. He doesn't miss. Like he's so good, and that's so hard to do time and time again. Like Zayn's another one that's mastered that to me. But like it's like Niall's obviously makes much different kind of music. So it's just so interesting to me that like he can work with these artists as a singer-songwriter and allow them. Like the thing about Niall's, I feel like every time he, whether it's like his song or their song, oftentimes it's their song. I think the Maren Morris time is the only time it was on his album. So he's so good at like giving the other artist space and room. Like in all these collabs, including the Maren Morris one, like that the female really shines on all those tracks. Like he just gives them the room to take the song over and like places himself in the song so nicely where it's just like it doesn't feel like it's being forced. It's just, and that's the sign of a great songwriter, and that's what he is. He's like an incredible songwriter. We know that. I'm just really happy that I finally got to hear this song, guys, because it was so worth it. All right, way too long. Track 6. Again.
But if I called you up, would that be wrong? It's funny how I love ya. Yeah. Then suddenly you're not.
It's a whole dance album.
Can't help but think about you and the way that it was. I wish
Whoa.
I could let go of us. It's been way too.
This is, see, all right. I said this before about her voice being like so tight. This is the perfect example right here. This run that she does right here, this whole vocal.
Think about
Right here.
I can't help but think about you and the way that it was. I wish I could let go of us.
Like that is such a nice vocal, and it's so, what really adds like the impact to it is like she finishes that I can't let go of us, such a nice tight vocal, and it sounds so nice, and it really like when it's that nice and tight, it really makes like what comes next hit that much harder, because you just the vocal cut and then we're straight into what's coming next, and it just sounds so good that way. That's so nice. That's the exact vocal I commented on before, but like the way she just changed it here is so nice.
I can't help but think about you and the way that it was, baby. I should let go of us.
Okay, I'm gonna beat the heck out of this theme of therapy, because that's what this is. literally. Okay, Breathing is track 7.
Haunted. I feel like I hit my head, cause now there are stars, more stars in my eyes.
Her voice reminds me sometimes of Sabrina Carpenter's.
Yes, I think I'm alright, babe.
Man, that's a nice
Now you're here,
vocal.
don't ever go far. I think I'm in love. I think I can feel it. Way back when I was young, I heard about love and never believed it.
Oh, please keep this going.
Can you believe it? That being low is just as easy as breathing.
Wow. On the breathing, the breaths. Oh my gosh. Wow, this is one of my favorite songs in the whole album. It has to be. I comment on the fact that she gave me those vocals like in Our Song in the beginning of X2, like just a couple times so far. But just those couple times, because these have been really upbeat songs, more on like the dance lines, like therapeutic. So to get a whole song where she just shows off her voice like this, and like in a different style too, like she's in her head voice a lot, she's in that breathy almost high register, like she sounds so good, and she has so much control over her voice as well. She's just this is one of my favorites, easily.
Record time, you said hello, and I said, baby, don't tell me that being low is just
as easy as breathe. It's such a good line, Emery.
I think I'm in love. I think I can feel it.
Listen to that little rasp that's
Way
there.
back when I was young,
Nice and smoky down
I heard
there.
about love, I never believed it.
She has so much control.
And then you changed my mind in world record, cause now I'm in love. Can you
Yeah.
believe it? That being in love is just as easy as breathing.
This is so crazy because there's a Little Mix collab and a Now collab, and both of those songs they're gonna end up in my top 3 on the album, but they might be 2 and 3 because this is probably my favorite song on the album, guys. Just gotta be honest about it. Mike, it's just me. It's just like I love that, and it's mainly because of her voice, but like lyrically, it's probably my favorite song as well. So you combine that with it. The fact that it's her best vocal on the album, or not just her best vocal, but where her vocals got to shine the most. That was so good. Okay, Unlovable, ironic following the message behind Breathing. Man, that's kind of sad. She just talked about how she was in love with this guy. She felt so safe in his car, and then the last person made the mistake letting him go. But now Unlovable? Damn, I don't want to. This is supposed to be therapeutic. All right, this is featuring Rudimental. I'm not sure who that is.
Late at night, I wonder, is there anybody out there who could love me? Could anybody love me at all? So used to being lonely. Could anybody love me?
She went for a very specific sound on this whole album. She knew what she was doing with it too. She knew that a lot of people are going to be shaking their ass to some of these songs at 2 a.m. with a couple margaritas.
Is there anybody out there who could love me?
Yeah.
So used to being lonely. Could anybody love me?
That's so different. It's so unique to have that along with this sort of dance track. And it's almost, she's like it's like a call out for like, she's like she's not asking anyone in general, can anybody love me? I feel like she's asking herself, and to have it along with that kind of instrumental is just so fascinating to me because they almost clash, like the themes of the two sound, like the lyrics versus sound. That's another one of my favorite songs on the album. That song is so good. Okay, let's keep going. Beautiful, track 9. What a cohesive project.
I like this stranger staring at me.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, my insecurities, wishing for something different. Oh, the things you do to me. Again, I got more than all these scars. I got flaws and broken hearts.
Oh, this is.
I don't like this stranger staring at me. Yeah. Beautiful. All of us, 'cause we got something natural.
I'm always going to really just have a special place in my heart for songs like this. Like all my insecurities, searching for something different. Like that line, the first time she said the line in the first, I guess it's part of the chorus, like first part of that chorus. I was kind of like stuck in place, and so many things are going through my head because it just hits so hard. But then she goes on to like empower and empower, and we just love that. Like she just said right here, about being natural.
All of us, 'cause we got something natural.
Love
It's
that.
a part of us, darling. Put you down like that. Yeah, you can reply right back. We are beautiful.
Oh my god, her delivery on this part right here too is so it's so emotional, and it fits so well with the theme of this song.
And when they put you down like that, yeah, you can reply right back. We are beautiful.
There's like a little breath right before the we, because it's like she's trying to get it out, but there's emotions behind what she's saying, because this is like something she resonates with so deeply.
You can reply right back. We are beautiful.
Oh gosh.
When they put you down like that, yeah, you can reply right back. We are beautiful.
No, don't do this to me.
I know we are.
Come on, she can't. No. No, 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 no. I'm not crying on a Friday. That I love that song. Tell your girlfriend, track 10.
You can get on your knees, you can cry, you can beg, but I'm
What a change in mood. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready, so let's go back a bit, because what a 360. Wow.
it will be my pleasure. How many times do I say no before I'm gonna have to go tell your girlfriend?
Wow.
She deserves better.
We need more of this, you know? I'm here for I'm here for this message. Honestly, cuz damn.
On your knees, you can cry, you can beg, but I'm gonna tell your girlfriend what a liar you are. She's gonna know your secret. It will be my pleasure.
All the songs on this album are just really good. Like that's how like yeah. I mean, I'm thinking like cuz a lot of these songs are kind of short. So like when I was listening to Unlovable, which is, you know, whatever, it's 2 minutes and 22 seconds. And it's not a complaint. It's just that like I'm like, oh, the song's about to be over, but it's so good, so I'm waiting for the space where like it might not be as good, but there's not going to be that space because the song's about to be over. So it's actually like a kind of a really smart thing that Marie did, honestly.
How many times do I say no before I'm gonna have to go tell your girlfriend?
That melody is so cool. How many times? How many? Wait, what is the? I know the melody, but what are the lyrics?
It will be my pleasure.
First of all, I love the "It'll be my pleasure." I love that line, but this melody right here, I am like kind of obsessed with.
How many times do I say no before I'm gonna have to go tell
Yeah.
your girlfriend?
Go ahead, queen stuff here. That's what women should be doing, right? Lifting each other up, and I support this message 1,000%. And if any male wants to come for me, for that, then it's your own problem, man. Better Not Together, track 11.
Together, 'cause neither of us wanna be alone. So better not together.
So are these? I'm curious. Like for Anne Marie's, I'm not familiar with her discography at all. Obviously, I don't even know how many albums she has, etc. Is this the kind? Are these the kind of sounds she typically does? Because that really interests me. In just like finding more music to add to like my music library. That the irony is that like Little Mix has been such a like important. Like my music was a lot of slower music like over the course of my life, like a lot of slower, really sad shit that would pop up if you hit shuffle on all the thousands of my songs. And Little Mix has been so instrumental and like just uplifting my mood and just like making me kind of a happier person, honestly. A lot of the sounds in this album do this similar things to me, and I'm curious if that's the kind of thing she's always done, or is it just this era where she's talking like kind of being in that sort of therapy bag, right? So I'm really curious about that. If anybody could fill me in, please, because I'm here for it.
Here we go again. No, I don't wanna fight, don't wanna say goodbye. One more we realize we're better not together, we're better not together.
It's interesting too, because like it's about to get even more upbeat in like a half a second when I hit play again. But like some of the lines in here are pretty dark. She's talking about like pulling you in and screaming, and like a lot of like some pretty dark references when you talk about things that couples go through and why they don't work out, and like why you're better, like it's just really toxic if we stay together. So like at the same time though, it gets into that chorus and she's like talking about when will we realize, going into that high falsetto. Like she sounds amazing, but like it still starts getting upbeat again. So because I was talking about before, a lot of this sounds in this album are very like good mood, sort of like dance, sort of like therapeutic, like I said. Yet she's talking about dark stuff on this song here, but yet it's still upbeat.
They can say we tried, when will we realize we're better not together?
Come on, Marie. Come on. Oh, come on. No. One more time.
Not together. We're better not together.
Her voice is special. I love when she goes into that lower register too. Like her runs to me hit even harder when she goes into that lower register. Like it just like hugs you. I like that song. It's not like one of my like I'm not gonna heart it because it's not like I only heart the ones that like really just grab me, and it didn't do that. But this is a song that I feel like if I played like in the car and like I heard like multiple times, I would immediately like probably just. It's gonna be like a grower, I feel like, in that way, where like it's gonna be one I just never skip, and I probably do end up loving. I could just tell because of the melody and her vocals in it, and just like how progressive it is, and like there's no holes in the song at all. Also as well, yeah, it's just one of those songs that you can tell. Okay, track 12. I'm really excited for this because I'm curious because our song, Breathing and Beautiful, have been the only sort of slower songs. More clearly like in that more, I don't want to say negative because that's just not a fun word, but like in that sadder realm, lyrically and like sonically, and everything else has been just upbeat and like what, even if it's like a sad message, it's still like, hey, like empowering to a degree. So I'm curious to see if, because overall the album's been very therapeutic. So I'm curious to see how she closes it sound-wise and lyrically. Like this is going to be very, because I've loved this album so far. So this last track is very important for me, I feel like, to close this out. Let's do it. Track 12, Therapy.
I'm dysfunctional.
Oh.
It's always been that way. It's nothing personal. Pull you in to push you away. I'm emotional.
Oh.
If it's better if I'm on my own, it's nothing personal. And you're not to blame.
Oh, we
It's
are.
not you, it's me. And distractions ain't working for me. So I think that maybe I just need therapy.
Anne-Marie, you. God damn it! You just. It's just such a. I'm just so happy that she closed this specific album out with this specific song. The message of this whole album, it's perfect. It's perfect. Saying that she can't, like, she's like being as real as she possibly can be and as honest as she can be. She's being really vulnerable too, because she's saying like she tried to replace this void with like relationships, and like ultimately like it's just not working, and what she realizes she needs therapy, because those things aren't giving her any kind of real happiness. And I just love I love this song lyrically. I love the sound of it. I love her approach to it vocally, and I love it closing this album. I'm so happy.
Insecurities that you can only mend temporarily.
Temporarily. See, she had me for she's like insecurities that you can only mend. And then for that half a second before she said temporarily, I'm like, nah, there's no way. She's gonna switch this up, and she says temporarily right into the melody. It's just, this is so good.
Thought love was the answer to all of my problems, and kissing your lips was the key. Therapy.
You know, the song just makes you smile because of everything you've gone through the album, and like a lot of just that, you know, that bad bitch energy and that empowerment and that like honesty, also like mixing in like very real shit. And then you get to this song and like you smile, but not in a way where you're happy because she's talking about she's talking about sad stuff. Like it's not happy, but it's smiling because it's like, it's nice that she's at a point where she knows what she needs, and that's a nice place to be. Like as hard as it might be, it's still nice to get to that place where everything is clear in that way, and you know not to go back to those things that just aren't good for you, which literally she talked about in Better Not Together. So once again, you're talking about the last two songs making perfect sense, following each other. You guys, I'm going to screenshot. I'm trying to do this every album. I forget. I've forgotten a couple times recently, or not forgotten, but the way that I am doing things, it doesn't always work. But I'm going to screenshot my Spotify right there and show you all the songs that I hearted. When I heart a song, I don't just like it, like I love it. Really grabbed me. So there's a lot on this album. I usually don't go more than like half, because most albums don't have like more than half the songs that like really pull you in like that. But this album did that for me. It really did. It's just like, it's therapeutic for the last time. I'm not going to say it again, I promise. Anne-Marie absolutely did an incredible job with this album. It's so cohesive. The collabs on here, Little Mix and Now, come on. But not even just those collabs. Like I really enjoyed that Rudimental collab. And the Don't Play as well. Yeah, there's this, and then not even just that, like a lot of the times you have these albums where the collabs carry the album. That's not the case at all. Like my favorite song on this album is Breathing, and that is a big statement because Little Mix and Niall Horan are two of my top 5 favorite artists, period. So yeah, she did something all right guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you for watching, and if you're still watching, thank you for waiting till the end. That's nice. Not everyone does that. Appreciate you. I said I was gonna do the video and I meant it, so here we go.
One more light.
Look at these queens here. Where's Jade at? Where's Jade? I peeped the belly too. It was shown in the first shot.
They used to work, but not tonight. That's a lie.
Are you serious?
I wanna hear one more light. They used to work, but not tonight.
Are you serious? She is just, can we cast her in movies already? Can we just cast Jade Thirlwall in films and movies? Cause come on.
Got my stuff, I'm at the door. Now I'm the one you're begging for. Don't know what you got until it's gone. I already know how
what was that move then?
until it's gone.
Of course, Jade is probably the only one that can physically do this in the group. So, yeah, this would be... Is she saying you can't go? What's this face she's doing? You know, it would be cool if we got like a Lumidee cameo in here. Because there's no way they didn't like sample... This is definitely some kind of play on that song. It's gotta be. But it would be cool like to catch that. Okay, hold on. Can we talk about... That's Jade, right? Can we talk about range? Are you kidding me? Hold up. Can we have to talk about this for a second. Put this one... Look at this. Look at this. Everything. The stance, the leg that was in the air at some point, for whatever. Like, look at this. I couldn't even take this seriously if I was him. And then... Look at this. Like, are you joking? Is this some kind of sick game? That she's... Just the range. The range of this woman. My goodness. Cat, put her in a movie. Somebody, please.
The only time I'm in your head. You send me rules every day. But I know the game you play. Boy, all you did was make me strong.
I love how they're out, like... drinking, like having a girls' night at the club, and then these two are having a girls' night at home because they got the, they're brewing some babies and they're having like a spa day basically at home, or treat yourself. And we got The Crown. Like, this is, oh my gosh, we have gotten three. I'm already gonna call this a premiere music video because of everything, because of the two settings. I'm all here for the costume design, the club setting, this setting. It's all just so clever and so just really cool. We got the Confetti remix, Heartbreak Anthem, and now this, all while two of them are pregnant. And like, I've always talked about how hard Little Mix works, and I feel like no one really works harder. From what I've learned from them, it's just kind of insane. And they're doing this like these past few months is just unreal, honestly. Are they asleep? I love how Perry is very dominant in that mix there in that chorus, and I'm here for that. That did not. You guys got a snort from me on that one. Are you guys? I cannot deal with this human being.
Hey boy, you can kiss my.
You know what's so cool about this? It's like different, complete opposite, different locations and settings. Two girls in each setting. Same fucking energy in both places. Like, that is what I'm living for in this video. That's so cool that they actually, look at Jade right here in the photo. They actually like went out and like probably had an actual party and good time. Absolutely. Like, if they took all those photos, then yeah, I'm gonna believe that for sure. Come on. And then you gotta love that even more because of the like theme of the whole album. It's Anne-Marie like looking for some therapy, like being, like literally she closes the album talking about she needs to go get some therapy. You guys, this music video was so good. It was so well done. It's so like clever. Little Mix's music videos, like I said before, are just really hitting. They're really hitting. The themes of them are clever. They're so clever. I can only speak so much because on Patreon we're doing the Little Mix music video series like per album, and I've only gotten so far. Like, I still have a lot to do, so I'm only going to speak on more recent stuff. But when you talk about the Confetti music video and like how they literally had a theme going, like it was like they had they were playing different roles literally. So now you go here and there's almost that to the same extent when you have Jade like dressed up at the airplane. And then like you have different settings. Like, they're really, really getting clever with everything that's happening, and I could not be more here for it. Like I said, when I listened to the song during the album, I couldn't possibly be more excited for LM7. Whenever that does come out, God, because they work so hard already, and they've got the tour coming up and everything. But I am just so ready. I'm ready. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Peace.